Pakistan's political fault lines are widening once again, this time through the courtroom. Former Prime Minister Imran Khan and his wife Bushra Bibi have been handed 17-year jail terms in the Toshakhana-II case, a verdict their supporters call judicial overreach and political retribution. The ruling has triggered heightened security, fears of unrest, and renewed questions over the independence of Pakistan's justice system. As police flood the streets of Rawalpindi and protests loom, the case is fast becoming a flashpoint in Pakistan's deeper struggle between popular mandate, military-backed power, and the rule of law.
A Pakistani court has sentenced former Prime Minister Imran Khan and his wife Bushra Bibi to 17 years in prison each in the Toshakhana-II corruption case, a verdict that has immediately triggered political unrest and heightened security measures across the country. In anticipation of protests by supporters of Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf party, authorities deployed more than 1,300 police and security personnel across Rawalpindi, sealing key routes and placing riot units on standby to prevent demonstrations. The crackdown comes after Khan urged his supporters to take to the streets, calling the verdict politically engineered and legally flawed. Officials say the security deployment is meant to maintain law and order. Critics argue it reflects Islamabad's growing reliance on force rather than legitimacy, a pattern that has become routine since Khan's removal from office in 2022. The latest conviction stems from the so-called Toshakhana-II case, involving allegations that luxury state gifts received during Khan's tenure were deliberately undervalued and purchased at throwaway prices. The case centers on a high-end jewelry set reportedly gifted to Bushra Bibi during a 2021 visit by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Pakistan's Toshakhana rules allow officials to retain state gifts only after paying their assessed value to the exchequer. Khan's lawyers say the valuation process itself is disputed and that similar practices by past leaders were ignored without consequence.
जो सियासी इंतकाम पे मबनी जो चीज़ें भी की जाएं वो किसी तौर पे ना उनको सपोर्ट किया जा सकता है और ना ही उनकी तायद की जा सकती है। जमात इस्लामी ये समझती है कि इमरान खान साहब के ऊपर जो मुकदमात हैं वो मुकदमात सियासी नोयत के हैं और सियासी नोयत के मुकदमात को ताकत और जबर के ज़रिए से सज़ाएं सुनाना ये किसी मसले का हल नहीं है।
This conviction adds to a growing stack of legal cases against Khan, from corruption and state secrets to terrorism-related charges, most filed after his ouster. He has remained behind bars since August 2023 and is currently held in Adiala jail under conditions his family describes as isolating and psychologically punishing. Khan alleges he and his wife are denied basic facilities, including access to television, even as other inmates receive them, claims authorities deny. Rights groups say the restrictions reflect selective punishment rather than standard prison procedure. Across Pakistan, the verdict has triggered a wave of anger among ordinary citizens, many of whom say the Toshakhana case reflects selective justice rather than accountability. Supporters point out that past prime ministers and senior leaders retained state gifts without facing prosecution, while Khan and his wife now face lengthy prison terms. For many Pakistanis, the case has become a symbol of how the justice system is being used to settle political scores.
तोशाखाना इससे पहले भी जो वज़ीर-ए-आज़म गुज़रे हैं उन्होंने ये तोहफ़े लिए हैं और बेगुनाह इमरान खान को जो है ना कैद में डाला है और इसकी बीवी को। हुकूमत से हमारी दरख्वास्त है कि अवामी लीडर है और उसके साथ ये जुल्म ना करे और उनको जो है ना बल्कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट से हमारी दरख्वास्त है कि इस केस को हल करे और इमरान खान को रिलीज़ करे और उसको इंसाफ फराहम करे।
Experts point out that earlier Toshakhana convictions against Khan were suspended on appeal, fueling expectations that higher courts may again overturn the verdict. But critics warn that prolonged legal battles serve a political purpose, keeping Pakistan's most popular opposition leader locked away as the country edges towards instability. As Pakistan grapples with economic distress, democratic backsliding and rising public discontent, the jailing of Imran Khan and Bushra Bibi has become more than a corruption case. It is now a symbol of a state where courts, coercion and control increasingly replace consent, and where political dissent is met not with debate but with prison walls.